Hey, what did you think when they called you and said, this is the guy and he's moving back up from
I said, fuck
flyweight?
yes. Thank you, man. It was like perfect. I was actually wanted this fight after my debut. I made my debut.
You called him out at the end.
Yeah, I wanted that after that one. Obviously, he moved down, so didn't work out. But then, obviously he moved up. I was more than welcome back to the bantamweight division.
What was there about him back in the day when you first wanted to fight him that made you want to fight him?
It was just, he was up and coming. Same time I was up and coming on the local scene, and then I think I'm not sure if I believe he made his debut first, and then I came in after that. So it was just fun fight, fun styles, and definitely think it'd be a great matchup.
Did you get to a point where you're kind of just thinking, okay, maybe this never will happen?
Sort of. I mean, I wasn't thinking, once that was obviously what wasn't happening, I wasn't thinking too much of it. But, right after his last fight, his coach posted up a post on IG saying he wanted him to fight in Milwaukee and, wanted him to go up weight and all that. So it was just like, I got that sent to me, like a million people said that to me, and then I sent it to my manager. Even before, he sent it back, we had the contract, so it worked out perfect.
So I guess considering you wanted to fight Sergio 4.5 years ago, would it be fair to say you're more excited for this fight than usual, or?
Yeah, of course. It's not like, I got something out. I don't have anything against him or anything like that, but it's like, it's a great fight. I think I know his style like well. So I used to train a lot with a lot of Muay Thai / Taekwondo guys, so I know that style. And yeah, man, it's gonna be a great fight.
You get to do it in his backyard too. Is that extra motivation?
Hell yeah, man! Of course. I want to go in there and steal the show. I think the fans are gonna appreciate the performance we put on, but definitely, they're gonna be booing and all that, but. That doesn't play a factor once you're going, but it's gonna
You've
be
been
fun.
on the other end of that. I mean, you've done a couple in UFC shows in Boston.
Yeah, in Boston,
right?
yeah. So like I said, it is tough fighting in your hometown. It's comfortable, like you don't have to sleep in a hotel, all that, but it's tough. You're getting hit up by everybody for tickets. Like everybody already believes you're gonna win. It is like you can't tell your mom or your aunt that you're not gonna win. They believe that, so you gotta live up to that. And especially for him, he's always had to live up to his brother's name. He's got to really, prove that, coming up a weight class was a smart move. He has to prove that, and then he has to, perform in his hometown. So it's a lot on him.
What do you think of him moving up? Obviously, he's been at 135 before, but you've been at 145 not that long ago.
Yeah.
You've been at 155 too, right?
Yeah,
Earlier in your career. So, he's a guy who can easily make 125 and says that he maybe would continue to do it if they maybe weren't getting rid of the division, but.
Yeah.
Is size going to play a factor in this?
Not too much. Yes and no. I guess I fought at 45 and I was knocking out bigger guys at 45. But I think it's going to be a difference in the grappling exchanges. Definitely, I think he's going to be quick, but once he feels the power, I think it's going to slow him down and open up a lot of opportunities for me. But it's weird if he's using his speed and his his angles and his footwork right. The size doesn't really play too much of a factor.
You've never lost 2 in a row. Is that right?
It's not gonna. Don't say that, man.
I'm just saying that's a.
Yeah, that's definitely a fact.
Is there something about kind of being pushed back into that corner when you have a loss that makes you respond in a different way your next time?
Yeah, it sucks. It really does suck to kind of like to know what that feels like. A couple times, like 3 times, like I know what it is to bounce back and take an L. But, I guess I respond like right after that L, I got right back to the gym. My boy Calvin Kattar had a fight, so it was right back into camp. So it's not like I went on this, depression or anything like that. That doesn't even exist in my vocabulary. It was just right back to it. It's just that last loss was tough because it was, I felt like the younger fighter when I fought Assange. I felt like, he schooled me and just being in the right position all the time. And it was never out of position. And I learned a lot from that fight. And, I obviously plan on carrying that over to this fight.
What do you make of the fact that he's coming up a division, and so he's not ranked at 135 right now, but he did big things. He was a lot of name value at flyweight. Does that make it feel like a top 5 fight to you? Does it feel like a big
Yeah,
fight?
definitely it's a big fight. He has a big name. A lot of people love his style. As far as the rankings go, I don't think it plays too much. I think it's one of those like. We go in here, everything goes smooth, we put them away, we get a bigger fight after that, and then start chasing those numbers again.
What do you make of the bantamweight champion TJ Dillashaw going down a weight class, sort of holding up the division a little bit? He's fighting.
I'm excited for that fight. It makes sense, obviously everybody wants that 2 belts, so I'm excited for that. Obviously I wouldn't be as excited if I would have won my last fight and kind of been in that mix, but Yeah, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be fun to watch, and it still have some great fights coming up. You have
Sub-Zero and Marlon are
that's the rematch. You have Rivera and Sterling fighting, and then I think the Cruz that just got canceled, right? So I mean that would have been down. So it's still like the bantamweight's still moving. It's just the belt's not getting defended yet. So
Is that at all a concern? Like, what is it holding up?
a couple more months, everybody forget about that, and it won't be that big of a deal.
What do you think about the giant influx in fighters from 125? Like a lot of like Sergio, for example. You thought you'd never get this.
Yeah,
Joseph
that'd be awesome.
Benavidez.
Like keep them coming up, and I'll keep knocking them down.
You mentioned Dominic Cruz, just as a fellow bantamweight. What do you think of him getting hurt again?
Just feel bad for him, man. I just feel bad for him. That sucks. It's tough. I don't know what he's doing, like as far as training or sparring with the wrong guys or anything. But he has to figure that out because it's too often he's getting injured.
Where do you sit in the division with the win over Sergio?
I still feel like it's still like that, either top 10 or right out the edge. Like I said, I think this fight just sets up a bigger fight for like one of those top 10 fighters.
Good way to get back on track
Yeah,
as well.
yeah.
Are you thinking that you're going to put him away? I mean, his last fight didn't get finished, but it wasn't the barn burner everybody thought it was going to be.
Yeah, it's tough. I think he doesn't definitely get enough credit for his. He's definitely a great fighter, but it's 50-50 with him. It's either going to be a boring fight or a decision or anything like that. Me, especially being in his hometown, like I got to put him away. I want to put him away. But I also I don't go to decision often, and if I do, I'm usually on the end of the law. So like, I definitely don't want to go to decision, but I want to get in there and put him away as fast as possible.
You're on the last big Fox main card. Does that mean anything? Does that make this fight feel bigger?
Yeah, like I said, like I feel like I'm always, I'm blessed to have the opportunity to fit on these big pay-per-view cards, and even with this one, it doesn't feel like a fight night. You got that, like you have the fight night, but then this one feels just as big as a pay-per-view, so it's gonna be awesome.
What do you make of the Fox era over the past number of years, and what are you expecting from the deal with ESPN?
I think it's gonna blow up the sport. Who doesn't watch ESPN? It's gonna be great. Obviously, the Fox era was fun, gave us a platform to do what we like to do, but I think it's gonna be a little bigger.